Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, all of you.
Ma'am.
So today we are going to discuss about presentation skill. We will discuss about some strategies. If you follow those strategies, you will be able to give a successful presentation. Okay, and some styles also, presentation style, and finally checklist also we will discuss. Okay, so we will discuss in detail about presentation skill. And before going to the topic, let me ask you one thing. Have you ever faced a situation where your teacher has asked you to give a presentation in front of people, and um what do you feel then? Have you ever faced a situation like that? Tell me. I want to know actually what are the feelings you go through when you are told to give a presentation. That's why I'm asking. Nobody is responding. You have not faced any situation like that.
Ma'am, nervousness.
Nervousness.
No.
Okay. So you have faced. Okay.
Also, like, could not get the words.
Hmm. Okay. So nervousness. Anyone else? How do you feel? Do you feel challenged or nervous, or Uh, maybe some of you may feel that presentation is a nightmare. You know, many of you may feel, because presentation actually, if you don't take any preparation, presentation is quite a difficult task, right? But if you follow certain strategies, okay, if you follow uh, the presentation styles, okay, then maybe it's an easy task. But you have to follow some strategies, right? Okay, so today we are going to discuss in detail, okay, and I hope that after the class you will not feel that nervousness. You will be able to give successful presentation, and presentation will not me um, sorry, presentation will not be a nightmare to you, right? See, definition. And obviously we need practice. It's not that I will teach you all the theoretical strategies and all, and you will be able to give successful presentation. It's not like that. You have to do practice, obviously. But this class will help you a lot, I hope so. Definition. You can see here, it is the process of presenting the content of a topic to an audience consisting of one or more persons, and it is generally a PowerPoint file containing all the slides for a given speech. Okay, so you have to just gather your ideas in terms of a slide, and you have to present the topic of your presentation in front of people. Okay, and it is generally a PowerPoint file. It is written here. So this is what presentation is. Now move on to the next slide. You can see here there are 4 steps. The first one is strategy, the second one is structure, the third one is presentation skill, and the fourth one is handling questions of the audience. Audience will ask, if audience will ask you some questions, how will you reply? We will discuss in detail. Okay, now formulating a strategy. Before giving presentation, we have to take preparation. There are lots of preparation that we have to take, and one of them is, you can see here, strategy. Formulating a strategy, you have to formulate a strategy at first. See what are the sub points here. Know the purpose of your communication. Okay, once you get the topic of your presentation, you should know the purpose of your communication. That means um, you have to think what is expected out of you, what is the purpose of the presentation, why do you preparing your presentation, what is expected out of you, and what is the need of the presentation. So you have to think all about that. So know the purpose of your communication. Then knowing the audience and their expectation. Okay, audience here in your presentation, it's not only about you. It's your presentation is also about present audience, right? Your presentation is not only about you, it's also about your audience, right? Because audience here plays a vital role. You have to fulfill the requirement of the audience, and for that you should know your audience very well. You should know their likes and dislikes also. You should know what strata of the society they belong to. You should know what languages they use. So you should know your audience very well. Once you know your audience, then you will be able to answer their queries, right? Then tailor your presentation according to the audience. I have told that once you know your audience, you will be able to fulfill all the requirements of the audience. What they want, you can tailor your presentation according to the needs of your audience. Be concrete, specific, practical, and relevant. Okay, your presentation should not be so elaborate. You should be concrete, specific, practical, and relevant. Be clear about your objective: to motivate, inform, persuade, or teach. Okay, so before presenting the topic, you should be clear about your objective. What do you want? Do you want to motivate the audience, or do you want to inform the audience, or do you want to persuade the audience? what is the objective? So you should be very clear about your objective. Then research your topic thoroughly. You should research your topic thoroughly, because if you don't have sufficient information regarding your topic, and if the audience ask you some questions, you will not be able to answer them, right? So you should know all the information regarding your topic, and that's why you should research your topic thoroughly. You should know in and out of the topic also. You should know everything. So these are some strategies you should follow while preparing for your presentation. Okay, now you can see here in this slide, developing a flexible structure. Okay, it's not enough only that you should follow the strategy only, right? It's not enough. You have to develop a flexible structure also, right? Strategies are not enough. Strategies are important but not sufficient. You should develop a flexible structure also, right? You can see here what are the sub points. Organize material structurally. Okay, organize material structurally. What does it mean? Actually, while preparing for your presentation, you have to gather information, right? You have to gather information. Okay, fine. Then you should also organize those materials, that means information. You have to organize those information structurally. For example, um, you can think that here I am giving a presentation, right, on the topic presentation skill in front of you. Okay, and while preparing these PowerPoint slides, at first I have gathered some information, then I have organized those materials structurally, then I have I have just presented here the topic. So at first I have gathered the information, then I have organized those materials structurally to make this PowerPoint slide, right? So I have to organize. Similarly, while presenting your topic, after gathering information, you have to organize those materials structurally, right? You have to polish your information, and you have to present those information in front of your audience very attractively, so that you can you can sorry so that you will be able to hold the attention of your audience. Then don't assume that information will speak by itself. Okay, you can see here, uh, here the sub points are mentioned. Okay, is it enough, the points here? No, I have to explain, right? So who is the presenter here? I am the presenter, so I have to explain here. Here information, you can see here the information, but information will not speak by itself. I have to analyze, right? Similarly, while presenting the topic, you have to present the ideas, your ideas, right? You have to analyze. So this is what I meant here. Information will not speak by itself. Okay, the next sub point you can see here, audience might interpret information in different ways. Okay, so different people have different mindset, right? I'm thinking from my perspective. Other people may think from their perspective also. So while interpreting the information, you have to keep it in your mind how your audience, whether your audience will accept your ideas or not. Whether your audience, what will your audience think? And For these, you should know your audience well. I have told it earlier that audience here play a very vital role to make your presentation successful. Okay, so you have to think whether your audience will accept your ideas, how will they interpret your information. So you have to keep it in your mind. Think on how you can hold the attention. Okay, so to hold the attention of your audience, you have to present the topic very attractively, right? And to hold the attention, you have to remember that the presentation should not be so boring. You know, your presentation should be full of enthusiasm and full of energy, right? And sometimes you may crack some jokes, to make the audience feel refreshed, right? You can crack some jokes also. So anyhow, you have to hold the attention of your audience. How you can justify your ideas? Well, the points will be written here. As you can see, some sub points are written here, right? But as I am explaining all the points, so similarly you have to justify your ideas. It's not that you are telling your ideas and it's enough. No, you have to justify your ideas. What you are telling, why you are telling, you have to explain. So you have to justify your ideas. How can you convince the audience? Yes, it's very important to convince the audience, because your presentation will be successful only if the audience will accept, right? So you have to convince the audience, and for this you have to present the topic in a very convincing way so that the audience get convinced. Okay, so this is how you can develop a flexible structure. First step is formulate how you can formulate a strategy. Okay, then the next step is how you can develop a flexible structure. Now we will move on to the next step, that is presentation skill. Well, it is an important step, presentation skill, because in this step you have to present your topic. Okay, and while presenting the topic, your personal confidence and your presentation style matters a lot. Okay, obviously presentation style matters a lot. If you present your topic in a boring manner, you can't hold the attention of your audience, right? You can't hold the attention. Your audience might feel bored. They will not listen to you if you present your topic very monotonously. And your personal confidence also matters a lot. Whatever you are going to present, you have to present your topic very confidently, right? So personal style and your confidence are as important as the actual content of the presentation itself. So this is step 3. Now we will move on to the next step. You can see here presentation style. Well, these are very common, but you have to just keep it in your mind while presenting the topic. Energy and enthusiasm. Your presentation should be full of energy and enthusiasm. Suppose if I present the topic in front of you in a boring way, would you like to listen to me? Not at all, right? You would not like to listen to me, right? So your presentation should be full of enthusiasm, full of energy, and you should present the topic in an interesting way, so that you can hold the attention. And number 2, you can see here attention to body language. That means you should maintain proper body posture. That means you should stand properly in front of your audience. You should speak to them properly. You should not feel nervous. That's the point. You should not feel nervous. You should speak confidently to your audience, and you should not fidget with your hair. While if you feel nervous, somebody just fidget your here or cross your hands or legs. So you should avoid all these things. You should speak confidently and you should maintain a proper body posture. Then voice and tone. Okay, you should not present your topic in a dull voice. There should be stress, there should be a rhythm. There should be stress and rhythm and intonation. That means you should follow a voice modulation. Okay, stress and rhythm we will discuss in our next class or some other classes about stress and rhythm. How can you maintain a proper voice modulation? We will discuss. So your voice also should be interesting, and you can use some humor appropriately. That means you can crack some jokes. Sometimes your audience may feel monotonous, so you have to make feel them refreshed. So that's why you can crack some jokes. Obviously those jokes should have relevant to the topic, but you can crack some jokes to relieve the tension of the ambience. To create a friendly ambience, you can crack some jokes if needed. And finally, intellectual and emotional. That means your presentation should be intellectual as well as emotional. How can your presentation be emotional? That means, what I mean here, your presentation should be sensitive also. That means you should keep it in your mind about your audience. That means you should be sensitive to your audience. You should be sensitive to the likes and dislikes of your audience. So this is what I meant, intellectual and emotional. Now move on to the next slide. Handling questions. Okay. It's not sufficient that you are presenting the topic and it's enough. No, it's not enough. You have to answer all the queries of your audience, right? They will ask you questions, various questions. They will ask you, and you have to answer those questions. So how you will be able to answer those queries very confidently, we will discuss in this slide. Anticipate questions and prepare responses. Well, you don't know before presenting the topic, you don't know what your audience will ask you, right? You don't know. So, you have to anticipate the questions. Yes, these are the questions that they might ask you. You have to anticipate those questions, right? And after anticipating the questions, you have to prepare responses. This is just an anticipation. You don't know what are the actual questions, but what is in your hand, that you can anticipate those questions and you have to prepare accordingly the responses. And to anticipate questions and preparing responses, you have to obtain additional information also, right? You have to make a thorough research about your topic. Whatever the topic you are going to present, you have to obtain additional information also. You should know in and out of the topic also. So you have to make a thorough research. And if you obtain additional information also, you will be able to answer the questions that your audience will ask. And you have to prepare the responses also. It is all about anticipation. You don't know the actual questions. And one thing you can do is ask thought-provoking questions. Okay, you can ask your audience some thought-provoking questions to keep them engaged. Thought-provoking questions are that kind of questions which, it's not that you can answer yes, no type questions. It's not like that. Yes or no. No. Thought-provoking questions where you can express your opinion also. So you can keep them engaged in your presentation by asking thought-provoking questions. Okay. Simply ask some thought. Who is asking?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Nilan?
Ma'am, please mute Kunal Kumar, ma'am. It's very disturbing.
Kunal?
Ma'am, I think he's not there.
Kunal, are you there? Okay. Okay, so um, you can make your audience, you can keep your audience engaged in your presentation by asking them some thought provoking questions. Okay, and you can also ask them some open ended questions are also that type of questions where your audience may express their opinions, what they are thinking about the question. So in this way you will be able to know the mind of your audience. What is going on in their mind, you will be able to know, and it will help you to get connected with your audience, right? So just you can ask them some open ended questions also, and you can ask them some thought provoking questions also. It will help you to get connected with your audience. You will be able to know the audience. You will be able to know how they think, what are their opinions, and you can tailor your presentation accordingly, right? And always be honest. Here, what I mean by be honest is that um, if you don't know the answer of some question, you can say that I don't know. Don't provide some wrong information. This is what I mean. Okay, then move on to our next slide. Organize your ideas. Okay, so you have your ideas, but you have to organize your ideas, right? How can you organize your ideas? Look at the sub points here. Encourage audience participation. Okay, how can we encourage audience participation? We have discussed in our previous slide. I have told you that you can ask them some thought provoking questions, you can ask them some open ended questions, and in this way you can make them engaged. In this way you can encourage the participation of your audience, right? So you have to encourage audience participation. And how? We have discussed. Now conclude on a high note. Yes, introduction and conclusion always plays a vital role, right? So in your introduction should be attractive, and similarly, you should conclude on a high note also. Your conclusion should also be attractive, you know. So you should conclude on a high note and incorporate visual aids. Yes. To make your presentation attractive, you can incorporate some visual aids also, some charts, some pictures, or according to your needs, according to the topic of your presentation, you can incorporate some visual aids to make your presentation attractive. If your presentation is attractive, then you can hold the attention of your audience, right? So you can incorporate some visual aids also, and prepare for contingencies. Yes, here what I mean, you should have always you should be ready for plan B also. What is plan B? Actually, uh, suppose if there is a network issue and you have to present the topic, you have to give your presentation, what should you do? You should have a plan B. If your laptop is not working, if if there is a network issue, or if the speakers are not working, if there is a technical failure, so what would you do then? You should have a plan B also. So prepare for contingencies. Finally, checklist. This is the final slide. You can see here. Here, what is written here in the checklist? The most important thing, you can see, start preparing early. So you should start taking preparation at an early stage so that you can get some time to take preparation. So start preparing early. Okay. Think about your audience. Audience plays a very vital role. So you have to think about your audience, their likes and dislikes also. Be clear about your purpose. Okay. At first, be clear about your purpose. What is expected of you, right? What is the purpose of your presentation? So why are you preparing your presentation? So think about your purpose. Once you are clear about your purpose, then you will be um, prepare the topic of your presentation very well. So you should be crystal clear about your purpose and organize your presentation. You have your ideas, you have your thoughts, but you have to organize those ideas, you have to organize those thoughts accordingly. You know, structurally, you have to organize those ideas. And how you organize the success of your presentation depends on that. Organize, how you organize your ideas, how you organize your thoughts is very important. Create an effective conclusion. I have told that introduction and conclusion is important. So you have to create an effective conclusion. You can use some visual aids. You can incorporate some visual aids to make your presentation attractive. And cope with stage fright. Well, um, stage fright, that means, maybe someone, uh, if you when I ask you while starting that, do you feel nervous? Do you feel challenged? So, someone of you has told me that yes, ma'am, I am feeling nervous then while I present my topic. So, similarly, stage fright is a common thing, but you have to cope with stage fright. How to overcome stage fright? How you can present the topic very confidently? So, you have to cope with stage fright. We will discuss regarding stage fright maybe in our next class or some. So, or I will upload some tips, regarding stage fright, how you can overcome the stage fright. I will upload. So you have to just cope with stage fright. you have to be confident enough to while presenting your topic.